I'm noticing a huge uptick in pork farmers and integrators having troubles in the pork industry. I'm representing an integrator right now who has lost millions of dollars the first part of the year, about $1 million a month. The integrator will ultimately end up going out of business because I cannot find sufficient funds to continue moving forward. It can't continue its operations. This is not an isolated incident. I'm hearing about pork integrators losing upwards of $1 million a week. Last week's Pro Farmer Crop Review or Crop Scouting has indicated that we have variable crops, and the 100+ degree weather for several days last week literally killed many corn crops. With the corn crops being killed, that means that we're going to have a lower yield than we would have had if they hadn't had the plants killed. It's been a drought year, and with the drought year and now having the high temperature that we had last week, we expect a smaller crop. If we have a smaller crop, that could lead to increased prices for corn, which is a major component in hog feeds. The hog industry right now is being decimated, and there are huge losses. It's anticipated that come fall, that losses will continue. What should a farmer do? Immediately, if you're in the pork industry, you need to immediately consider what's going on. If you are a grower raising pigs for an integrator, what may happen to you? Will you be able to continue getting the payments of upwards of $40 per pig space per year? Or if you aren't going to continue getting that, how do you make the payments on the building if it's not paid for? Will the land that you also pledge as collateral to build that building be safe, or will you have to dig into other aspects of your business in order to make the payments? We have tough times ahead in the pork industry, and it's not looking like it will look better for the next at least next year and a half. We anticipate that it will be tight through at least 2024. As a business, a farmer must consider how many months can they continue to lose money before they have to consider throwing in the towel. It's a difficult problem for all of the members in the pork industry. Farm income for 2023 is anticipated to soften significantly. It's softening because of lower commodity prices and higher interest rates. The commodity prices are affecting any of the commodities that farmers are selling. Typically, right now, we're seeing a great decrease in the price of hogs. We also have seen corn and soybean prices drop. That may change given the Pro Farmer Crop Tour that came out last week. It may change because the crops aren't going to be yielding as well as it had been anticipated. Even though the crop prices may be coming down or going up because the yields are down, a lower yield will make a difference regarding the amount of income the farmer will have because there will be fewer bushels. That will have a drastic impact on the livestock industry that relies upon the crops that are being grown as a major input. Interest rates have a significant impact as well for those farmers that are borrowing funds to operate. The Fed has raised the interest rates dramatically over the past year, and it's anticipated to continue increasing the interest rates. Therefore, farmers with variable rate loans are being forced to pay more for their capital needs. The more the farmer pays in interest, the less the farmer has available as net farm income. It's important for farmers to look at their overall income and determine what strategy is best for them to minimize losses and maximize income. Ag and Business Legal Strategies works with farmers using its chief financial strategist to help them look at cash flows and break-even costs. Agriculture is a cyclical business. There are upswings in each of the different industries, be they pork, dairy, cattle, perhaps even fruit. When things are going well, there are very few bankruptcies in the ag sector. When things tighten up, the bankruptcies increase. They're increasing right now in the pork industry because the prices are low. We can look back, the last time we had a major shakeout in the pork industry was approximately 2009. Before that, the shakeout we had was in 1998. The shakeouts are caused by many different factors. In pork, right now, we're seeing a change in the industry itself. We're seeing the effects of older facilities, Proposition 12, which is changing the farrowing gestation. And we've seen dramatically improved production in the pork industry. So even though our sow herd has been shrinking, the pork industry itself is producing plenty of pork without having as many sows. So we're going to see a difference as time goes on. Right now, our cattle on feed is as low as it's been since 1960. That's 63 years ago, we've had a cattle on feed this low. So the outlook for the cattle industry is fairly good, provided that the cost of feed doesn't increase too much. Whenever a farmer is having financial difficulties, they should look and get the business help they need. Ag and Business Legal Strategies is unique in that it has an on-staff Chief Financial Strategist, Keith Starr, who helps farmers and other businessmen evaluate their operations and see whether they're profitable, and if not, help them to make the decisions they need to make to change their operations, hoping to protect as many assets as possible. If you're having struggles, contact us and we'll get you in touch with our Chief Financial Strategist. And if we need to go further and consider debt restructuring negotiations or bankruptcy, Ag and Business Legal Strategies is positioned well to help farmers.